Warriors! Now you got the money, honey. What do you do with the gains? My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. I'm the coach who tells you not to believe a word I say. Why the hell would a coach say that? Because it's key to understand that if you give a man or woman a fish, they will eat for a day. If you give them a fishing pole, they'll eat for a lifetime. If you teach them how to farm, they will feed a nation. The important thing to understand, warriors, is that you have all this information at your fingertips, and you've been born into a system that just keeps you just over broke, right? An education system that puts you into a box. They don't want you to be thinkers. They want you to just listen and respond. Problem, reaction, solution. That's why 1% of the population owns about 97% of the wealth. And so this week we did our first series, and what we talked about on Thursday was the game, right? Why would you need an exit strategy? It's knowing that the market is manipulated and there's things that are going to happen, right? Friday, we went a little bit deeper on the ladder strategy, where you're pulling profits on the way up to the top because you're always going to miss the top. What happens is, well, let me back up just a moment and talk a little bit more about yesterday's video. You have to understand that what's going to happen is you're going to get emotional. You're going to get excited. It's exciting when you make 5 times your money, 4 times your money, 2 times your money. It's in a very exciting time, and most people won't experience that in their life. So when you experience, you get emotional and you get euphoria, and euphoria clouds your vision. It clouds your decision making. So you know the game. You have an idea when the market's going to come down. And now you have a ladder strategy that you could pull profits to make sure that you keep your investment secure. Now, let me pause for just a moment. A lot of people in my Warrior Academy ask me, Coach JB, what if I just hold? That's totally fine. You're called a hodler. If you're just investing in Bitcoin or altcoins, but make sure the cryptocurrencies you're holding have real world fundamental solves. If you fall in love with a cryptocurrency and marry that cryptocurrency, then hang with it. There's nothing wrong with that. For example, I will never, ever, ever sell all of my XRP. I'm an XRP fan. I'm not an XRP maximalist. I have a broad portfolio, but I will never sell all of my XRP because of my deep banking knowledge and banking experience. So we talked about the game. We talked about a ladder exit strategy. Today, what can you do with those cryptocurrencies? Now, you have to understand, warriors, where the crypto taxes right now is kind of like the wild, wild west. But you do know in 2021, it's on your tax document. So they are going to be taxing you. Now, you want to consult a tax professional about that. You want to ask them, what should I do? Maybe get some advice on this. But I'll share with you what I'm going to be doing. I have a 50% exit strategy of my portfolio. That could change. That's for now. Of the 50%, I'll be laddering up all the way up to 100% of that based on 10%. Does that make sense? So 50% of my portfolio, I'm going to be closing out of, and I'm laddering, taking profits on the way up to what I believe is close to the peak, and I'll be pulling out before mass euphoria so that I don't miss the top. Okay, if you don't do that, you're gonna come sliding down the back end. If you come sliding down the back end, it's probably best just to hold on to your cryptocurrency and ride out the bear market, which could be 3 years going into 2025. Okay, so now you have some money in the bank, honey. You always want to make sure you put some money away for taxes. So personally, for me, I'm putting away 27%. That may sound too much, but I'm going to put it away into some type of interest-bearing account. Now, the reason why I'm going to do that is for a couple reasons. I own multiple companies, so I actually get K1s back, and sometimes I take losses on my companies. So I have tax liabilities. So that's a great way to mitigate tax expenses, right? So putting the 27% away, it's in the bank. Putting away maybe in we'll put the 27% away for taxes. That's just me personally, not a tax accountant. That's what I do. Okay, so I always tax myself. On top of that, the next thing that you want to do is now you have some cash left over. What are you going to do? I'm going to put some on the sidelines to buy back in when the market crashes down. I'm going to buy back into my favorite cryptocurrency so that I could buy at a cheap price and hold. I'm also going to be dollar cost averaging back into the market throughout the whole bear market. I did really well in the bear market. I'm also going to be doing leverage trading with Bitcoin. I'll be shorting Bitcoin at that point. Okay. Then you have some more cash left over. I'm going to be getting into precious metals, gold and silver, as a hedge against inflation. Then also, I'd like to get into properties. I'm going to do it depending on how the market is doing, okay? But anything I do, I'm going to take that money and I'm going to put it into something that's going to drive money back. We are in a society right now where they're printing money like helicopter money, and your money is deflating at a dramatic level, right? The more they keep printing money, the more you keep getting daycare help, and the more you keep, this is all great stuff for people that are hurting, but the middle class is going to get wiped out. And if you don't invest in stores of value, you're going to get caught. Savers are losers right now. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So every bit of cash that I have is going to be converted into something. I'm also going to be looking at flipping luxury cars or buying a luxury car and renting it on Turo. I love fast, cool cars. I think those are really cool. I love neat cars like that. So it's something that I really enjoy to do. I used to drive 535i BMWs. I really enjoy that. It's not an identity thing. It's something I enjoy, the beautiful luxury of that. So I'd like to get into that, but I would never buy a car like that unless it was some sort of asset. Now it's an appreciating asset, but if I bought a luxury car and I put it on Turo and rent it, I could make income from that. So those are some of the things I'm doing. And most of all, I want to leave this for the last. Stable coins, investing in not stable coins, in staking coins, right? So for example, the reason why I said stable coins, it was in my mind, what I learned from CryptoCito is DIA, right? So I'll be taking some of that, I'll be staking it in DIA or a stable coin that's going to pay me interest. That's the beautiful thing about this, Warriors. So we talked about multiple things. We talked about taking out some cash to put money on the sidelines to reinvest back into cryptocurrency projects. We talked about putting money away for taxes, whatever percentage you want to do, that's up to you. We talked about putting money on the side to buy maybe some hard money like gold and silver. That's God's money. They're always going to be there. And then anything else I do is going to drive money back. I'd like to start buying more companies as well. I love owning companies. It's something I enjoy doing. So those are the things that I'm doing. First, on Thursday, we talked about, or if you're watching this in the future, on day 1, we talked about knowing the game. On day 2, we talked about the ladder exit strategy, okay? And on day 3 today, we're talking about some things you can do with your crypto. You don't want to just sit on cash, Warriors. This type of decision-making will turn you into a great investor. You'll start to flip money. Remember, you should always pay yourself first. So we want to help you with this. That's what we do here at the Warrior Academy. So I started the Warrior Academy as a mindset fitness academy, teaching people subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation, and manifestation. It evolved into helping people with cryptocurrency. But I'll tell you what, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. But I just show and document after consulting with attorneys. As long as I tell you I'm not a financial advisor, it's not financial advice. I just show you exactly what I'm doing. Here's my portfolio. Here's our exit strategy. Here's a blank exit strategy. You build your own. Surround you with a community, people making decisions and asking about their decisions. Mastermind is very, very important, Warriors. You should surround yourself with like-minded people. If you're trying to get into crypto or be a top investor and you're around friends that are constantly bashing you about it and pulling you back down, you're probably not going to be pretty successful. If you want to be a millionaire, you need to hang out with millionaires. If you want to be a drug addict, you go hang out with drug addicts. It's very simple. You are the 5 people you surround yourself with. So imagine being surrounded with a group of 1,000 warriors working towards one common goal of building generational wealth for our families. But let me be very clear. I'm a man of God. I follow the life of Jesus. I am non-religious. This is for me bringing money back to the people. Freedom. The richest I ever was when I lost my money the 3rd time last year. When the pandemic hit, they shut down my business and I lost all my money after getting divorced. Pandemic, got shut down. I was freer than I ever been. I realized in that moment in time that money is just energy, that I already had everything I needed. And when I went to God and I said, thank you for everything I have. I appreciate everything you've given me. Even though the physical world has taken some things from me, I know I have everything I have. And for some reason, in that moment in time, my paradigm broke and all the resistance broke. And that's why I was guided to teach and help people with cryptocurrency. I'm not a perfect coach, nor do I ever claim to have the perfect program. But what I claim to do is be damn good at surrounding myself with people that are way better than me and surrounding myself with great people that are all headed on the same mission. So I love you very, very much. You can join our free Facebook down below. You can also join our private Warrior Academy. It's 100% money back guarantee. We're here to help you. That's all we want to do. So if it doesn't suit your needs, 100% money back guarantee. As we always say, Warriors, rise. Let's go.